Hey y'all, it's AJ the Shaman. I wanted to come and talk to everybody about the full moon that we have coming to us tomorrow. The full moon, the energy of it will pretty much last until about Saturday, Sunday. What is the energy and vibrations that we can expect from this full moon that's coming in Aquarius? First, let me start by saying when it comes to astrology, I prefer Vedic astrology over Western astrology. And this is why I feel like, in my opinion, Vedic astrology is more accurate than Western astrology. This is why. So we know that the Earth orbits the Sun. As the Earth is orbiting the Sun, it's also spinning. We know this. But what a lot of people don't know is that as it's orbiting the Sun and spinning, it also has like a wobble motion. And with that wobble motion, to keep it a little more simple, it just carries a different energy, and it's more accurate mathematically when you have Vedic astrology over Western astrology. And that's why you can have two Capricorns that have totally different characteristics and personalities and different life paths, and the same thing with all the other signs and constellations. Definitely I prefer Vedic astrology over Western astrology. So with that being said, this full moon that we have in Aquarius holds the energy of, so first of all, it's Aquarius. It's a fixed sign. It's ruled by Saturn, and it's in the 11th house. So I'm going to break all of that down. So first of all, the energy that full moons bring is clarity, realizations. We start to see a lot of our intentions and manifestations come to fruition. And that's pretty much what a full moon, the energy of a full moon brings, clarity and realizations. So we do know that with this black moon that we just had, the black new moon, the energy of it was basically trying to get us, the universe was trying to get us to clear up karma, do away with things that no longer served us, our purpose, and going forward in our journey. That's what the energy was. So with this full moon, the universe is pretty much reiterating what energy are you putting out there. So Aquarius, the full moon is in Aquarius, the sign of gathering, the sign of communication. A lot of my Aquarians are very good communicators. They're an air sign. You know, air is very fluent. You know, when you're communicating, it's breath, so air sign. So very much so, the energy that's going to be coming is of a communicative state. Being that Aquarius is also ruled by Saturn. So first, let me say Aquarius is known as a fixed sign. So basically, our fixed signs are slow to initiate, they're stubborn sometimes. And let me say, all signs have their good qualities and their not so good qualities. Just like the elements, air, fire, water, earth, all have their good qualities as well as their not so good qualities, and so on down to the planets. So Aquarius, again, good communicators, air communication. Now when we get down to fixed, like again, they're stubborn, slow to initiate, slow to change. So some of us are going to have issues with communication, not wanting to change things, stubborn when it comes to communication. So we definitely need to look out for that. Aquarius is also ruled by Saturn, which is also, okay, so in Vedic astrology, think of a royal court. So in a kingdom, you have your king, your queen, you have your advisors, you have your police, and then every kingdom has to have a servant, right? So Saturn is known as the servant planet. So basically, Saturn is all about others and slow to movement. You know, Saturn is you know, the largest planet, so it takes a long time for it to orbit. It's slow to move, slow to change. And so now you have not only a fixed constellation. For some of you that don't know, in Vedic astrology, a constellation is basically a sign, so Aquarius. So you have a slow to move and slow to change constellation, which is ruled by a slow to move and slow to change planet. So we really have to be careful with our communication during this time. Please be careful with the communication. So now you have Aquarius, which is an air sign, ruled by Saturn, and it's a fixed sign. In each constellation lives in a certain house. So you have 12 houses. You have 12 signs, 12 houses. Aquarius is in the house of the 11th house. So the 11th house carries the energy of your desires, your achievements, your aspirations, relationships, not just romantic relationships, platonic relationships, just relationships in general. It's also known as a Kama house. So, you know, a lot of people are familiar with Kama Sutra, which is all about pleasure and sex. So, this house carries that energy, but not just that energy. It's just desires in general. So, your goals, your aspirations, things that you want to achieve, that is what this house is about. So, a lot of us are going to be coming into realizations through communication, dealing with you know, realizations about our dreams, our aspirations, realizations in relationships, and again, you know, it could be the good side or the bad side. So that's a lot of that energy from the full moon is going to be that communication and you know, realization through communications, dealing with all of those things. Now back to the black moon, the black new moon we just had a couple weeks ago, that talked about karma and doing away with things that no longer served us, our purpose, and our journey. So we're really going to be able to see, did we learn from those things? Are we moving forward in our journey and our purpose? It's really going to be bringing to the forefront and bringing with clarity, what type of energy are we putting out? Are we putting out the energy that we're learning those lessons and moving forward in our journey, doing away with things that no longer served us so we can move forward? Or are we continuing this cycle? You know, that is the gist of this full moon. You're really going to be able to see what energy are you putting out there. You know, we can say one thing and, you know, think we're doing another, but your energy will always tell the truth. It will always tell the truth, because the vibration that you're sending out to the universe, you know, it's the law of attraction. You're going to get it back. So with this full moon, it's going to bring clarity really where you stand in your journey, with your relationships, and a lot of it is going to be through communication. So whether communication through, you know, voice, meditation, communication with spirit, this is going to be a time of clarity and realization of really what are we doing? Are we moving forward and doing away with things that no longer serve us? Yeah, so that's pretty much what this full moon that's coming in tomorrow through the weekend is going to be about. Also, this full moon is also directly affected by Venus, which is also about desires and pleasures and, you know, entertainment. So not only is it in a house that carries that energy, it's also directly, you know, influenced by Venus, which also carries that energy. So we're definitely going to be talking about and feeling the energies of our dreams and aspirations, but definitely relationship type stuff and relationship in general. Some of us may feel anxiety about this, like my heart been palpitating for the last 2 days, so the energy is very strong, but that's pretty much what we're dealing with. That's my time for IGTV. So all of my people on IG, if you want to, you know, get the rest of this video about the full moon in Aquarius, and also I'm getting ready to do an energy read, follow me over to YouTube, AJ the Shaman. So I'm going to go ahead and continue. Again, full moon in Aquarius directly affected by Venus. Aquarius is an air sign that's also fixed, ruled by Saturn in the 11th house. So that's pretty much what we're dealing with when it comes to this full moon. So be careful with your communications. You know, get ready for some clarity and some realizations. A lot of our intentions and manifestations are showing up and showing itself. And you know, just be prepared for, you know, whatever's coming, especially dealing with relationships and you know, desires. So I'm gonna go ahead. I've already saged my cards. I'm gonna do an energy card. What is the current energy that this full moon is bringing for the collective? Shuffle one more time. Okay. 2. I got 2 right there. And then I'm gonna do the top card and the bottom card. So we got 7, which is a lucky number, hopefully. Got my Puerto Rico cup from Puerto Rico. I can't wait to go to Puerto Rico. We're going to Puerto Rico again. So my life has changed drastically since the last Puerto Rico video. I'm gonna have to do a Puerto Rico 1-year video. So the first energy card we have, and what kind of energy the full moon is going to bring, is number 37, the 3rd chakra, Archangel Chamuel. This chakra is the solar plexus chakra. It deals with your intuition, your gut, what we call the gut feeling, how we feel secure. That's that chakra. The next card we have is number 39, the 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel, the throat chakra. And there's that communication. So your throat chakra is all about how you communicate, speaking up for yourselves. And that's that full moon energy. Definitely strong communication is going to be happening in realizations and clarity through communication. And I feel like a lot of us, what we're going to be hearing and the clarity that's going to come to us, we probably already knew but didn't want to admit it. So it might not be some so good things that may come to your clarity, because you already had a gut feeling. A lot of communication. There's your communication. Then we have number 49, Angel of Love. There's that Venus influence, that 11th house influence, that desire. So you got communication with love right there. Then you have energy card number 10, Storm Warning. I'm telling you, with this clarity that you're about to get and that's coming, some of us are not going to get some not so good news, and we have to be ready for it. But I feel like a lot of us ask for clarity, and we're going to get it. So it may be a storm coming for some of us with this full moon. You know, a lot of manifestation happening, energy coming back, and that's what it is. Next card is number 16, Patience. A lot of us need to be patient. Remember I said we need to be patient with that communication and not be so stubborn and don't want to change and don't want to initiate communication. A lot of us got to be patient with that. That's what I'm getting, patient as in not aggressive, not here with it. You need to be patient, and a lot of us need to communicate with love. You know, just calm it down, communicate with love, because if not, there could, it could cause more problems, that storm. Our next card is energy card number 48, Angel of Balance. There's the balance in the communication. Got to have balance throughout this full moon, because also this full moon is going to start to set the tone for the next cycle. So just always be cautious of the energy that we're putting out there. And a lot of us need to seek, again, balance with our, our relationships and also our goals and aspirations. So some of us are putting too much time in our relationship and not enough in our goals and aspirations, and then vice versa. And I feel like this full moon is going to bring that clarity. I'm going to point that out. Excuse me. Throat chakra. I'm feeling like a lot of us are going to have problems communicating effectively. Yeah. This next card is energy card number 6, contract. It might be some negotiations going on. I remember I did my collective read for August, and it dealt with a lot of fated meetings and soul contracts. You can have soul contracts with anybody, not just a romantic situation. You can have a soul contract with a friend, your parents. Communication with soul contracts. That's what I'm getting with that. So we got communication with love. Also that we need to have more loving communication and not be here with it. There's going to be some arguments probably, or not going to be satisfied with the result and the clarity that you get. Also, you need to be patient in your communication. Don't jump to conclusions, and just don't be on edge, because you could make that storm you can make it turn into a hurricane by the way you communicate. Finding that balance. This had to do with balancing those relationships and the work life and goals and aspirations. We got to learn how, and I feel like we're going to have clarity on how to do that, or whether, if we're not doing it, clarity how to do it and what's causing us not to do it. And then also if we are doing it, we're going to reap what we've sown. And then the last one, soul contracts. Contracts, communicating with those that we have soul contracts with. Relationship, friends, parents, just people in general that we have soul contracts. And just communicating with those. So that is the energy. I want to pull 2 of the astrology cards just because we are talking about astrology and the full moon. So I'm going to pull 2 astrology cards on what is it that we should know about the energy that the full moon is bringing us. Shuffle one more time. I'm telling you, my throat chakra, a lot of people are going to have issues communicating and doing away with things that no longer serve us for our purpose. Oh wow. Wasn't expecting all of these, but we'll do it. Okay, so we got number 8, healing. I feel like even with with some of us having storms with this, I feel like there's, at the end of the day, it's gonna be healing if we put in that type of energy out. If we really trying to seek healing throughout these cycles and with this full moon in Aquarius, there's going to be healing in the communication. The next one is Cancer. I feel. Again, I feel. That's that solar plexus chakra. Our gut feeling, our intuition. I feel. A lot of us, the things that we're going to be communicating and hearing is going to be from how we feel. And others, what you hear, you already felt. You just didn't want to believe it, denied it, or you just had to hear it to accept it. Also, my next card is water element sensing, which is also going with that feel. So you got feel, sensing, and you got the solar plexus chakra. All of that is intuition. Going with your gut feeling. In this field card, you got moons. I don't know if y'all can see that far, but you got moons right there for a full moon. Actually, right there's a full moon. You got this card is green, so that resonates with the heart chakra. A lot of us gonna be, you know, communicating how we really feel. I'm getting. That's what type of energy this is. And then I feel like this card, Jupiter return benefits. I feel like even through all of this, there's going to be healing and benefit. You're going to benefit from these communications. Even though it may shake some things up, it may be storms, you're going to benefit from it and you're going to heal from it. And this is the crescent moon. So I feel like after this full moon, we're going to be starting to cycle over again, going back to the crescent moon. And it's going to be bringing benefits, it's going to be bringing healing. So that's my full moon in Aquarius, air sign, fixed sign, ruled by Saturn in the 11th house. And also directly influenced by Venus. So if y'all want to contact me, you can follow me at Instagram, AJ_the_shaman. My website, www.ajhightower.com. And then my YouTube, AJ the Shaman. So that's all. I hope y'all be blessed. Let's get rid of the things that no longer serve us. What are we going to do with this clarity that's coming? Are we going to use it to our benefit and move forward in our journey? What are you going to do with the clarity? So love y'all, love and light, surrender and service, and I hope y'all have a great full moon. Also catch my sister Eleanor. Tomorrow she's going to be doing a full moon ceremony. We're going to be setting intentions and really manifesting what we want by putting our good vibes and setting our vibration at a high level. So I love y'all. Have a great full moon. Bye.